Yeah. There was something that I want to, oh, yes. Daft Punk. Right. What can I say about the splitting up about Daft Punk? To be honest, I thought that I had already heard that Daft Punk were splitting up like years ago. The last time that they put a project out was in 2013. And before that, they did the soundtrack to Tron, which was amazing. And my first experience listening to their music was when I was just in primary school. I guess yeah, that is how old I am. Um, and their music gave me a sense of like something else existing in the world. Um, I'm not surprised that they're breaking up after so long. And me and my boyfriend were talking about this the other day. We were saying, like, Daft Punk has this persona where they're robots and nobody really, knows what they look like or are familiar with what they look like. I remember when I was growing up, I was trying to find pictures of them because I was just curious about what they looked like. But I never really found very many pictures. I'd probably find like one or two. And obviously, like, it's the internet. Like, stuff exists on the internet and you can find anything. But I just thought to myself, Daft Punk are the type of people that probably don't want to be in the limelight. Like, just like MF Doom, RIP. MF Doom was someone who constantly was out of the limelight and he didn't really, do loads of performances. He was the kind of person who just wanted to make music and just create and not have to be famous. And that's why I wasn't really surprised when Daft Punk announced that they were breaking up, because, you can't live your whole life being in the spotlight. Like, so many artists and people that I see nowadays that are, getting older with age that are still in the spotlight, like that is a lot of pressure to have to do that and live the rest of your life like that. Like, Beyonce cannot go out and just go to Asda if she wants to, okay? Because she's going to be absolutely swarmed by people. No one will leave her alone for like literally the rest of her existence. And I'm sure that that's what she wanted when she was younger. Obviously she was a star from when she was like really really little, so that's like a life that she's probably adjusted to. But I don't really think that's for everybody. How many people have we seen get that limelight, and just completely break down mentally? Like, it's not a place where a lot of people want to be or even need to be honest. Like, having loads of people know everything about your life or want to know everything about your life is really jarring, I think. Like, I don't know if I could be the kind of person who I said this last month, but I don't know if I could be the kind of person who just, performs for the rest of my life. Like, I don't think that that's something that I want to do. Like, I think that there's other things that I'd like to do, but maybe not so much on the, you know, here I am, look at me, pay attention to me. I think I'm more like, I'm cool with creating stuff for other people and collabing on content and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know, that kind of life, I don't think it's right for me. It's nice now. I mean, obviously I really miss it because there's no performances going on right now, but yeah, I don't know. Imagine trying to be that way, for the rest of your life. Like, it's probably not it. So, let's play um some Daft Punk. Got two tracks. My two favorite songs from them, really popular songs. Something About Us. I think that this is a timeless banger. This will never ever escape my mind or my head. And the anime that goes along with it is really amazing as well. Like, if you guys have never seen that, you definitely need to check it out. But I thought, I didn't know they were French. So when I was younger and this song came out, I thought actually it was two Japanese people because the music sounds quite Japanese. So I was obviously into it because I'm Japanese. So when I first heard the song, I was like, "Oh, this is cool." But they're French. So yeah, enjoy this one. let's reminisce together. When I was younger and I heard that song for the first time, my mind was blown. I was like, whoa, what kind of song is that? Like, I don't think I had ever heard music like that when I was younger until I heard that song. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Me and my brother really love Daft Punk, so love that song. There's only one person that I can think of that has that same, not the same essence of music, but the same level of talent, and is constantly putting out new music and has a new project out as well. I haven't included any of the music because I didn't have any time to. I don't know if this track is like radio friendly, because the thing is with this artist, and the artist I'm talking about is Lucky Day. A lot of Lucky Day songs like say that they're not explicit, but the content is explicit, and I'm like, excuse me. So Lucky Day has a new album that's been released. When did it come out? February 12th. So pretty fresh. And this song, oh yeah, it is explicit. That's why I didn't include it, because I didn't have time to scrub it. So, this song that features Yeba, who is an incredible singer, like randomly appeared on what's that? So Far Sounds, and like her So Far Sounds video had like 4 million views or something. It's probably more now, but Yeba is an incredible singer. Like, heart-wrenching is the way to explain her, because the way she sings really makes me so emotional. Like, I could probably cry. So, and I'm sure that if I ever experience, another breakup, I will be putting on this song. The song is called How Much Can a Heart Take, featuring Yeba. Like I said, I didn't include it because I didn't have time to scrub it today, but make sure that you go and listen to this Lucky Day album, because it's not really an album, it's more of like an EP. It says it's an album, but it's kind of short. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks. But Joyce Rice is on there, Queen Naija, Ari Lennox, Mahalia, Tiana Major 9, Yeba. These are all like amazing features. One time I went to a gig in London and someone ran up to me and was like, "Oh my God, Joyce Rice?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I am not Joyce Rice." And he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." But Joyce Rice is also Blasian, so it's easy, I guess, to be confused, because a lot of Blasian people look the same, I guess. Like my brother and Tiger Woods, identical. So yeah, let's get back to some other music. Like I said, check out Lucky Day. A lot of his songs are really not like radio ready, so it be doing my head in sometimes. What do I want to play for you guys? Oh, this song. Mereba, I don't know how you say this girl's name, but this song is off of the Insecure soundtrack, I think. That's where I first heard it. And when I heard this song, Black Truck, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be playing that like every day. So I rinsed this song, and then when I was making the playlist for today, I found it again, and I was like, whoa, we need to have it on, because it is the one. Ooh, and I've got Joyce Rice song on here as well. Right. Let's get this Black Truck song on. Then we'll go back to a little bit of a Daft Punk moment, or maybe we'll do this Joyce Rice. I don't know. There's a lot of choices to choose from. What am I saying? Right. If you guys have just tuned in, we have just hit the halfway mark on today's show. This is the Selectors Edition. I am Iamkyami, on here with you guys for the next hour, bringing you alt, R&B, indie, hip-hop, and everything in between. So, keep it locked here if you're liking these vibes. This one is Mereba, Black Truck. If you want to get the full experience of that song, you have to listen to it with just like some sick headphones on and get into it, because the way that it is panned, I just love it so much. Like, you just don't really hear, especially in mainstream kind of music, you just don't really hear that much panning going on, which is really, I mean, you do, but not really like in vocals, and people don't really use that as a vocal technique when mixing commercial music. But I really, really love that song, and it's giving me very many D'Angelo vibes, even though obviously D'Angelo can never, ever, ever be replaced as a person. If you guys haven't watched that D'Angelo documentary, you definitely should go watch it because it was really an eye-opening experience. And just like I was talking about Daft Punk and saying how, there are certain people that are so super talented, but they don't want to live in the limelight. A lot of people that we see in the limelight are not really that talented. Like, let's be honest. And the people that are and do live in the limelight, they and are really, really talented, gifted artists become really mentally ill from having so much attention. Like, look at Kanye West, okay? And, Kanye, well, I was going to play Stronger off Graduation because it sampled Daft Punk. But I didn't end up doing it because I just thought I'll just play the original song. But Kanye West, such a gifted artist, regardless of the things that he's said, he is very mentally ill. Like, he has bipolar disorder. I'm sure he's got depression, anxiety, the normal things that come along with being bipolar. And not being bipolar, but having bipolar disorder, because there's a difference. And I always try to correct myself with doing that because, yeah, you can have a disorder, but you are not that disorder. So, but yeah, with D'Angelo, when I was watching the documentary, I was sitting there and I was just thinking, like, I feel so sad for him because all he ever wanted to do was make this amazing music, and he's such an incredible artist. But since, he what was the song that like broke him as an artist? Why is it escaping my mind every time? Ever since, is it Lady? I don't even know. Ever since that he started releasing music that was like quite sexual, there has always been, this sort of lens on him as being like a sex icon, and that's okay for some people, but I think that it really affected D'Angelo in a negative way. And nobody wants to feel like they have to do something because that's what everybody wants from them, like I said in the beginning of the show. And when you watch the documentary, you can kind of get that sense that like D'Angelo really struggles with his mental health because he just disappears a lot of the time. And even, to this day, obviously he doesn't really make that much music or be in the eye of social media or, in the public eye really at all. And I think that you can really tell like how success and like fame, not necessarily success, but fame has really affected him negatively. And I feel bad for those kind of people. Like, it's not easy being an artist and trying to let the world see who you are, truly, really authentically, and then having the world rip that into tiny little bits and then just taking it and squashing it, trying to put it into a box. Like, it's not nice. So, with that being said, I'm gonna play, this one is like it's not hyper pop, but it is definitely a pop song. It's by this guy called Isaac Durbar, and you know what? I don't even want to say it's a guy because I don't actually know their gender identity. So yeah, Isaac Durbar. This one's called Onion Boy. I found this the other day because I was just looking for black artists that are representing something else, and I feel like the reason why I wanted to include songs like this is because when I was younger, if I had seen more black artists doing music like this, I feel like I would feel like it was more okay to go and be in those genres of music. We need more black people at the top of the charts doing pop music, okay? We have seen a lot of And we've only really recently seen the rise of black women in hip hop music. You know, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Rico Nasty, Doja Cat, those kind of people. But we have yet to really see a black pop star. So who is it going to be? I need to know. Yeah. And maybe there has been somebody, but maybe it's just escaping my mind. But I think that I can't recall anyone who has been like a black pop star at the top of the charts, you know what I mean? But yeah, take a listen to this song. This is Isaac Durbar with Onion Boy.
Peel away your lies.